Starting with the 3 recipes that we're gonna do with the chicken tray 3 ways. We have express chicken Thai green curry. The second one's going to be a Mexi chicken burrito bowl. And the third is going to be a chicken basil pesto. Today I'm going to be using a fresh delivery of the Free Range Butcher's chicken breasts, which look amazing. What we're going to do is first marinate them with the 3 different flavors. For the first meal, which is going to be chicken burrito bowls, I use Cochina Mexicana spice mix and with a little added spice of Cajun seasoning. Take 2 of the chicken breast fillets, which in this case is 4 pieces. Chuck them into your marinating bowl. Fill it up with a fair bit of oil, just enough that's going to be able to cover those 4 pieces. And because I've already been pre-using this packet, I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of it, which is probably just about a quarter's worth. And then topping it up with some Cajun. And then give it a good little mix and a toss in there. And then that is just marinated there for your Mexican chicken Mexican bowls. So the next 2 chicken breast fillets are actually going to be marinated the same way. Because they're going to be dipped and tossed in different flavors once they're cooked. So with this one, we're just going to chuck the rest of them into the bowl. Grab your oil and again, just pour enough olive oil or whatever your choice of oil is in, just enough that it's going to be able to cover all of them and let them cook through. And all I'm going to use is just some salt and pepper to give it a little bit of flavoring. So we'll just line those breast fillets out just nice and even onto a lined baking paper tray. So I just realized that I pretty much made the same amount of breast fillets. So I'm gonna cut up another 2 breast fillets and chuck them in the exact same way in the middle too. You've got your Mexican flavored chicken, and then we've got just a salt and pepper olive oil chicken that is gonna be separated into 2 separate meals. The oven is preheated to 180 degrees fan forced, and I'm gonna cook the chicken for 30 minutes. In you go. 30 minutes on the clock. So while that chicken is cooking, we'll get a few of these bases ready. I'm gonna get started with the burrito bowl, just because all you really need for the burrito bowl is tomato, red onion, cucumber based salsa. And then from there, we'll mash up an avocado, just so you have some avocado. Feel free to add sour cream, etc. Make this burrito bowl what you want. Sweet. So that was probably just under half a punnet of the Salinado tomatoes that I had left because I had made a salsa earlier in the week. And then last but not least, what I'm gonna make for this is a bit of cucumber. Cucumbers, chilies, peppers, tomatoes, red onions. Keeping these vegetables raw also keeps them high in antioxidants and in vitamins. Everything in here is all perfectly cut up, even the same way. Flavor distribution, key ingredient into this. Now, just to make this that little bit more runnier and salsa-y, chuck in about a tablespoon worth of olive oil and some salt and pepper, just to give it that little bit of zing and flavor to start also pulling that flavor out from the vegetables as well, especially the tomatoes. Salt's fantastic in that sense. Oh my God, this gets me so excited. Sometimes all that we do, depending on how ripe the avocado is, so how soft or how hard it is, you can chop it up and then just kind of give it a few lines, so you're cutting it through there. And think of it like cutting up a mango. So if it's super tough still and you didn't buy a good quality one, all you can do is just cut them across into like little checkers and then use a spoon to pull them out and then just top that off onto the Mexi bowl. So just for today, but obviously depending on how many people you're feeding in your household, I'm just going to use half an avocado to pop onto the serving of the Mexi bowl, which you'll see a little bit later. I've gone ahead and pre-chopped the vegetables, which you're looking at is zucchini and a carrot. So you've got zucchini, carrot to go with the onion. And the other little things you want to have ready to go are fresh kefir lime leaves, which I grabbed from Harris Farm, but again, you can find them at Woolies and Coles. A can of coconut milk, 400 ml. And then also a cup's worth of chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock if you don't want to, if you want to make this a little bit more vegetarian and not include the chicken later, maybe some chickpeas, vegetable stock or chicken stock. And then last but not least, the actual flavor itself, the authentic Thai green curry paste from Valcom. And yes, I know that we are trying to go plastic free, and I know this is a plastic tub, and obviously the more you have of them, there is more plastic filling your fridge. But also remember that these tubs are recyclable, so you can pop them into the recycling bin, and you can also even take them straight back to Woolworths and give it back to Woolworths to recycle, because I believe that they do that as well. So now what we're gonna do, once you have all these little key ingredients ready for the express Thai green curry, grab a deep frying pan, which you're gonna use to start off by sauteing your 3 vegetables, not the broccoli just yet, your chopped up onion, your chopped up zucchini, and your chopped up carrot. While that oil starts heating up in the frying pan so we can fry up those 3 vegetables, we can quickly get the broccolini ready. So all you really do is just kind of chop it up into, I'd say 2-3 centimeter pieces. I just keep that band on there just so it keeps it together for longer. And then just continue going up to the very top. And then just set this aside because this will come in that little bit later. So all we're gonna do is kind of just keep mixing this around. Let it get covered up in the oil, distribute the vegetables evenly around the frying pan. And it's depending on like the heat that you're gonna be working with and how quick your stove is. We're just gonna cook it for about 5 to 8 minutes, just kind of giving it a constant mix, waiting for the vegetables to soften up. All right, so now that this has softened up, as you can see, the vegetables are kind of changing in color. The onion has gone that little bit more like translucent. So what we're gonna do now, if it starts to kind of stick and it hasn't gotten that far, what you can do is just add a little bit of that stock to kind of soften it up a little bit and start getting that stock flavor. And then what we're gonna do is start slowly adding the curry paste, mix that through the vegetables. And then we're going to add the coconut milk and the stock and chuck it back on at a little bit of a lower heat so it can start mixing together and simmering through. When it comes to something like this, I usually do about 2 to 3 big heaped tablespoons of the paste. Again, it depends on how overwhelming you want that Thai green curry paste to be in the flavor of the Thai green curry. So what we'll do first is chuck it back onto the stove and allow the vegetables to mix through with the Thai green curry paste first. Now we'll chuck in the rest of that stock, get that mixed through, and then we'll crack open the canned coconut milk. Again, chuck that through. And then you have your nice curry base coming through. Now that we've mixed that through, we're gonna pop it back on at a medium heat so it can bring it up to a slow simmer. But this is the time to add those lime leaves to really give that nice Thai punch. I'm adding about 3 lime leaves. I usually do about 3. If there's kind of smaller ones, go for the 4. I really like kefir lime flavor, so I'm okay with it being quite overwhelming in the meal. Just give it a smell. As soon as you smell the leaves, you'll kind of understand the aroma it's gonna give the meal. If it's a bit too much for you, just add 2. As soon as you start to see a few bubbles coming through in the curry mixture, that's when we chuck in the final bit, which is your broccolinis. So the pre-cut broccolinis that we have done, pretty much gonna chuck it back in there, and then the broccolinis will be your point of reference as to when the curry is ready. I usually leave them cooking for about another 5 to 7 minutes until they soften through. And once the stems are softened through and more edible, that's when the curry sauce is finished. All right, now that I can see that it's slowly coming to a simmer, I'll bring it back here, show you to just quickly chuck in that broccolini, even it out. And then just give that a nice little stir through so that it kind of mixes in with the curry soup or sauce. And once that's done, pop it back onto that medium heat onto the stove. Like I said, wait till it's cooked through, and that's when you know that your Thai green curry base is finished. So the chicken's ready to go. It's finished. It's been cooking for 30 minutes. So if you kind of pierce it might be hard to see, but when you pierce it close by, piercing any sort of chicken through clear juices kind of come out. You can even see it on top in some of these. But like I said, just give them a quick cut. And if you look in there, it's nicely cooked through, all nice and even. Here's your 4 pieces that are going to be for your Mexi bowl, so we'll let them cool down just a little bit. And then we'll use the middle ones to top off the Thai green curry. And then the last ones, I'll show you how to make that nice, easy basil pesto balsamic mix. Okay, so 2 options that you can use when preparing your express Thai green curry. If your household's a little bit of a vegetarian, non-vegetarian mix, great thing to do once this is done. And as you can see, it's a little bit thicker, cooked through a little bit more. You can pop this away into a Tupperware container so that the both of you can separately munch at it and eat it and enjoy it whenever you wish. And then just chop the chicken up into cubes and then stir it through the curry when you're serving your own serve up with some rice, which I'll demonstrate in a second. So kicking off with the preparation and serving of the burrito bowl, pretty much everything is ready to go. You just got to pop it all into your serving bowl. Things I'm going to get ready, which is kind of the difference between Sean and myself. I always use a brown rice, red rice, or a quinoa mix, like a little quick 40-second microwavable ones. Pop this into the oven for microwave for 40 seconds, not the oven. Microwave for 40 seconds, and then that rice is ready to go for the bowl. If you're on a little bit more on the calorie deficit or caloric schedule, you're trying to think about, what you're eating, how much you're eating, and trying to keep it that little bit lower. Great brand is Slendia, which is in Woolworth's health food section. They have products that are made from konjac, so I think it's a Japanese-based vegetable. So once that rice is cooked through in the cup, just chuck it into the bowl. Step 1, done. Next bit is grabbing your fillet of chicken, depending on, again, how much you're looking to consume, whether you're watching how much you're eating versus any sort of athletic performance or weight loss, whatever your goals are. And once that's ready to go, we'll chuck that in the bowl with our rice just to the side there. And then going back to what we prepared earlier, your avocado and your little quick salsa. A great vegetarian option, alternative to chicken as well, is cooking up the beans variety. Grabbing some of your avocado, popping that to the side. And then that is your nice, quick, express chicken burrito bowl ready to go. This is so good, very refreshing. And that Mexican flavor in the chicken is really powerful too. So it doesn't really need anything extra. It's got that nice, spicy Cajun mix going through it. Yum. Perfect. Now we are ready to show you how to prepare your express Thai green curry. Now that the curry base is done, grab the chicken that's been cooked, just the plain salt, pepper, olive oil one. Again, we're just chopping them up into kind of nice little bite-sized cube pieces so that when you mix it through the Thai green curry, it distributes evenly and you have enough chicken for every mouthful. This is my all-time favorite meal. So what we're gonna do is we'll use a ladle, have your bowl ready for your Thai green curry. We use a ladle to just scoop up how much curry you wanna pop in here, and then chucking your chicken in there as well. And then from here, we'll just use a spoon or a fork and just stir that chicken in through the Thai green curry. And then that is your Thai green curry. Perfect. Very easy meal to make. That Thai green curry paste is super flavorsome. If you want to make it a little bit more fresher from there, you can add a little bit more lime juice or lemon juice to top it off with, or even add a little bit of extra shallots or fried shallots if that's something you really enjoy as well. Third meal is the basil chicken pesto. This is very simple and really only just requires these 2 ingredients, which is balsamic vinegar and basil pesto. Grabbing the last few fillets that you have, again, we're just going to be chopping them up so that then that nice kind of cube bite-sized pieces. And then with this, I got a few just like standard baby rocket and spinach packs ready, but I'll explain to you how you can build this and make it your own just from the base of the sauce. We'll pop it into a prepared little bowl. And this is where we grab the basil pesto that you have ready, whether it's been pre-bought that you found or you made your own. tablespoon, and then we're gonna start grabbing, this is what I was talking about. About here, you're gonna go for, just see how much you need and how much of that flavor you really wanna start off with. I'm gonna go about 2.5 tablespoons first, and then just really start digging in and mixing that through, and that will give you an idea of how much pesto is in with the amount of chicken you've used. Once that's done, then we go over to the balsamic vinegar. This is gonna add, again, that nice little zestiness to this flavor. And then stir that through again. And then you have your chicken basil pesto base ready to go. There's 2 different ways that you can enjoy this. Fantastic for dinners, a quick meal when you've come home, you can't be bothered to cook. It's already set up in your fridge, perfect. Also for lunch, a great thing to take when you're having lunches at work. Your mix of rocket, baby spinach, some great, vitamins and protein sources, and then mixing that through with it as a salad, as a base. Or if you want to carb it up a little bit more, especially on those higher training days, and add a little bit more fuel to your body, grabbing your wrap, grabbing that spoonful, and then you can just chuck as much of that chicken as you want into that wrap. Little bit of cheese, pop a bit of salad in there, and then a bit of spinach, and then that is your wrap ready to go at work. And really easy, really simple, nice and quick once this is all finished and done. So before I finish it up, I'm actually gonna pop a bit of a handful of Parmesan through it. Then what you can do is just close it up, get yourself ready to enjoy it, fold from the bottom and then close the other 2 sides. And there's your nice, easy, healthy basil pesto wrap, all finished and good to go. Let's see what it tastes like. I don't think anything can ever be bad. Delicious, again, perfect for like those spring, summer, autumn times. Refreshing, filling, zesty, and has that nice basil pesto flavor going through it, but not too intense. I hope you enjoy, guys. Want to watch more content on our channel? Watch the next video up here, and feel free to subscribe and keep following our channel here.